In 2024, a solo employment attorney in San Diego took on a wrongful termination case against a firm with 11 attorneys on the opposing side. She billed 22 hours on the matter. Their team logged over 140. She won. The difference wasn't experience. It wasn't connections. It was a $147 monthly AI stack that the opposing firm's partners had never heard of. This video shows you exactly what was in it and how to build it yourself this week. Most solo practitioners believe they lose to Biglaw because they don't have enough people. That's not the real problem. The real problem is they don't have the right systems. Today you'll see a 3-tool AI stack helping small firms operate far above their size. One tool accelerates drafting and revision. One analyzes contracts and case materials at a scale that used to require a full team. And one eliminates the administrative work stealing hours from your practice every single week. Stay until the end. Because the most important lesson isn't any single tool. It's the way the three work together as a complete system. And I'll show you something at the end that reframes everything you think you know about competing with larger firms. Let's talk about the actual gap. According to the National Association for Law Placement, first-year associates at large firms now routinely earn salaries above $225,000 per year. That's before benefits, before support staff, before technology budgets, before overhead. A single litigation matter at a large firm may involve multiple associates, paralegals, document reviewers, and support personnel working simultaneously. A solo practitioner doesn't have that luxury. You have 24 hours in a day, the same 24 hours everybody else gets. That's why AI matters. Not because it makes you smarter, because it gives you leverage. The same way a calculator didn't replace accountants, the same way email didn't replace lawyers. AI simply allows one person to accomplish what previously required an entire team. And for the first time in the history of legal practice, that leverage is available to anyone willing to build the right system. Let's look at the stack. The first tool is ChatGPT, and no, the goal is not to ask it legal questions and blindly trust the answer. The real value is eliminating the blank page problem entirely. Here's exactly how it works in practice. You're reviewing an NDA, paste a confidentiality clause into ChatGPT. Then type, identify ambiguity, liability risks, and missing protections for the receiving party in this clause. Within seconds, you have a structured first-pass issue list. You still make every legal decision, you still verify every recommendation, but you're no longer starting from a blank page. This is exactly what ABA Formal Opinion 512 contemplates. The attorney reviews. The attorney decides. The attorney owns every word that leaves the office. AI accelerates the process. Professional judgment completes it. Now ask, rewrite this clause to better protect the receiving party with specific enforceable language. Review that output with the same scrutiny. Verify every suggestion against your professional knowledge. A 2024 survey from Thomson Reuters found legal professionals using generative AI reported meaningful time savings on drafting and document review tasks. Even saving 30 minutes per matter compounds dramatically across dozens of matters every month. That's where the real leverage appears. Never outsource judgment. Outsource repetition. That is the only rule that matters. The second tool is legal-specific AI software. Products like Harvey and CoCounsel by Thomson Reuters were built specifically for legal workflows, not general conversations. Here is why that distinction matters. Harvey raised $80 million in Series B funding in 2023 specifically because major law firms were already paying for early access. Now solo practitioners can access the same technology. Imagine opposing counsel dumps 3,000 pages of production on your desk Friday afternoon. Traditionally, your weekend just disappeared. Now you upload the documents and ask targeted questions directly. Find every indemnification clause. Locate every termination provision. Identify references to a specific party. Surface potential inconsistencies between sections. You still review the source material, but instead of searching manually, you're directing the search. A study conducted by researchers at Stanford found lawyers using AI assistance completed certain legal document tasks significantly faster than lawyers working without it. That's the kind of advantage that used to belong exclusively to firms with larger support teams. For a solo practitioner, that's not just efficiency. That's a structural competitive advantage that compounds with every single matter you take on. So far, you've seen drafting leverage. You've seen document review leverage. But neither is where most solo practitioners lose the most time. The biggest leak in your practice isn't research. It isn't drafting. It's hiding somewhere else entirely. And it has nothing to do with legal work. The third tool attacks that leak directly. And for most solo practitioners, it saves more hours every month than the first two tools combined. How many hours did you spend on admin work this week? Think about that number, because the third tool is specifically designed to get it back. It's admin work, client emails, meeting notes, status updates, follow-up tasks, calendar coordination, the thousands of small decisions that quietly consume your day without generating a single billable hour. A 2024 Clio Legal Trends report found attorneys spend an average of 2.1 hours per day on administrative tasks that don't directly generate revenue. Across a 22-day work month, that's 46 hours, more than a full work week every single month. Gone. That's where Claude excels. Take a client email that's 3 pages long, paste it into Claude, ask for a summary, a task list, a response draft, and potential follow-up questions. What used to require 25 minutes now takes under 5. Do that 10 times a week and you've recovered 2 hours. Do it across a full month and that 46-hour administrative burden drops dramatically. Not by hiring someone, not by working longer, by eliminating friction from work that never should have taken that long in the first place. Not one of those tools replaced an attorney. Every single one removed friction. That distinction is everything. Here is what most lawyers miss completely. Most attorneys think AI is a software story. It's not. It's a leverage story. Biglaw's advantage was never that their lawyers were smarter. Their advantage was that they could spread work across more people, more associates, more paralegals, more specialists, more support. AI changes that equation. Not completely, but enough to matter. A 2024 Thomson Reuters Future of Professionals report found that attorneys who integrated AI workflows into their practice reported a 30% increase in capacity without increasing their working hours. 30% more capacity, same hours, same attorney, different system. For the first time in the history of legal practice, a solo practitioner can access tools that perform parts of the work that once required entire teams. That's the real shift. The future isn't lawyer versus AI. The future is lawyers using AI versus lawyers who don't. And right now, that gap is still wide open. The attorneys who build this system in 2026 will have a compounding advantage that gets harder to close every single month. Next video, the exact ChatGPT prompts attorneys are copying right now to review contracts, spot liability issues, and generate stronger first drafts in under 10 minutes. Real prompts, real outputs, real-time savings. Subscribe to Legal AI Lab so you don't miss it. Because the future of legal practice won't belong to lawyers who ignore AI. It will belong to lawyers who learn how to use it wisely.